Yogena avarushtasi yat prasadam savai pumsham duradhyo madho mama adamatro padishtena yogena avarushtasi yat prasadam savai pumsham duradhyo madho mama. Synonyms: Adha, therefore; Matra, by your mother; Upadishtena, being instructed; Yogena, by mystic meditation; Avarushtati, want to elevate yourself; Yat prasadam, whose mercy; Sa, that; why, certainly; Pumsam, of the living entities; Dura adhyayaha, very difficult to perform; Mataha, opinion; Mama, my. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It's very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. The process of Bhakti Yoga is simultaneously very difficult and very easy to perform. Sri Narada Muni, the Supreme Spiritual Master, is testing Dhruva Maharaj to see how determined he is to prosecute devotional service. This is the process of accepting a disciple. The great sage Narada has come to Dhruva under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead just to initiate him. Yet he is testing Dhruva's determination to execute the process. It is a fact, however, that for a sincere person, devotional service is very easy. But for one who is not determined and sincere, this process is very difficult. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salagaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabidam Yena Bhudale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Sopadandigam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yudapadagamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunadhanidam Tam Sajivam Sadhuidam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalidam Shri Vishakhanidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhano Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarupasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhudale Srimade Lokanath Swami Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswata Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for this very auspicious satsang in the morning, in Srimad Bhagavatam. The last few days of Kartik, it's very, very auspicious these last 5 days. In fact, it's called the Bhishma Panchak, and the Bhishma Dev attained the liberation, attained the darshan of the Supreme Lord by this process of bhakti. So one can see, and this is what is all exhibiting here, one can have the darshan of the Lord like Dhruva Maharaj. So this is all the very beautiful sections of Srimad Bhagavatam. Just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, one can develop the love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the most important aspect of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So the context here is Dhruva Maharaj is leaving for the forest. This is a chapter is titled. So we know that Dhruva Maharaj was insulted by the mother Suriji. Suriji is the stepmother of Dhruva Maharaj. Then Dhruva Maharaj wanted to sit on the lap of his father, Uttanapad Maharaj. Immediately, Suriji came and put down Dhruv and insulted Dhruva Maharaj and saying that you have to take birth in my womb in order to sit on the throne and the lap of your father. So you didn't take birth in my womb, so you are not eligible. So Suriji put down Dhruva Maharaj and insulted in front of Uttama, his brother, and then put Uttama in the lap of Uttanapad Maharaj. And this was very much insulting. And Dhruva Maharaj became so shaking and by the trembling with anger and as well as the pathetic situation and crying, and then came to Mother Sunidhi. Sunidhi is a very well versed, very great devotee of the Supreme Lord, as well as at the same time following the code of conduct and the Dharma. That's why her name is known as Suniti. Niti means justice. She always upkeep the justice. So her name is Suniti. And I was mentioning last time, Suruji means always Ruchi, and Suriji is very much into the material sense gratification. So this is the difference. When there is always, when we are in the material sense gratification, then we forget in our what is dharma. As in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Pasha Pasha Stadir Badir Kama Krodha Parayana Ihande Kama Bhogartam Anya Yartena Sanchayan. In order to fulfill all our desires, we always engage into the anyaya, illegal activities in this world. So this shows here. So then Mother Sunidhi heard this, and Dhruva Maharaj, and Sunidhi also was very helpless, but she had great faith in the Lord. And then Mother Sunidhi told Dhruva Maharaj that yes, your stepmother Suriji said whatever said is correct. Only the Supreme Lord can give that. Only Supreme Lord can bless you that, any kind of opulences. Even if you wanted to take birth in the womb of Mother Suriji, then you have to please the Supreme Lord. Then hearing this, Dhruva Maharaj left the home and without the notice of even Sunidhi's mother. Mother Sunidhi was just mentioned like that. But Mother Sunidhi didn't think that, the Dhruva Maharaj would take that step to leave the home. Then Dhruva Maharaj left the home without anybody's notice, and on the way and coming, and then this is the time then Narada Dev came in front of the Dhruva Maharaj and seeing that the Dhruva's determination. And here, and Narada Dev was trying to restrict, trying to prevent going further, Dhruva Maharaj going further into the forest because of Dhruva Maharaj at that time just 5 years old, just 5 years old. Then Narada Dev came before Dhruva Maharaj and started to say that you should not take this kind of revenge like this. This is all the will of the Lord Providence. And this, as per their karma, as per their past life, that it all comes and go, but you should not take it very seriously. And also, this is part of illusion and taking revenge, and this is the part of material energy, and it should not be so much convoluted with any of these kinds of activities. It happens in the life because of the illusion. So we are illusioned by this material world, by so many things. So we should not take it that in our life. So this way, Narada was trying to persuade the Dhruva Maharaj. And then that came to this verse. Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instructions of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It's very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that in the purport that Lord was showering the mercy upon Dhruva Maharaj. So all this ordeal, all these scenes which was manifested because of the Lord's mercy is showering upon the Dhruva Maharaj. Seeing the sincerity, seeing the determination. So this is the qualification of a devotee. One must have this qualification, enthusiasm, ulsaha, nishya, dhairya. So the enthusiasm, determination, and dedication. So such devotees only can attain this devotion or the Lord, or attain the love of the Godhead. So here seeing this one, and this is Srila Prabhupada writes in such a way that this was Lord's mercy. Lord is showering the mercy upon Dhruva Maharaj. Lord knows what is going to happen. Lord knows that. Lord picked this devotee. Lord picked this Dhruva Maharaj to come to this stage so that everybody can understand that how one can attain the Supreme Lord. So also at the other hand, we can see that Narada also came in front of Dhruva Maharaj. Narada also, he has a Trikaladarshi. He knows that what is going to happen. Narada is a great personality. He has the entrance to the supreme world, the Vaikunta. He has the entrance. He can easily go in Vaikunta planet. That's the personality Narada Dev. Narada is the spiritual master of great devotee of Prahlad Maharaj. Narada is the spiritual master of Divyasa Dev, the great personality who was incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Narada Dev is the spiritual master of many, Valmiki. Narada Dev is the spiritual master of, the Brigadi, like that. So we can see there are so many instances, Narada Dev, how is transforming ordinary man to the great devotees of the Lord. So the Supreme Lord directed the Narada Dev to go to Dhruva Maharaj so that Narada could see, or Lord can see that how determined this Dhruva Maharaj. So the Prabhupada write in the purport that this is the test of a disciple. So can somebody mute? I think there are a lot of background noise comes. I don't know, is that? Okay, thank you so much. So this is the test of a disciple. So when a spiritual master has to accept a disciple, then spiritual master has to test the disciple that how determined, how dedicated, how sincere in the devotion of the Supreme Lord. This exactly is happening here. So Narada Dev came before Dhruva Maharaj and requesting that you should go back, you should not do this one. This devotional service is not easy, it's very difficult, it's very difficult for an ordinary man. So this way, Narada Dev is also testing that Dhruva Maharaj determination and dedication. So here Srila Prabhupada writes very clearly in this purport. It is a fact that however that for sincere person, devotional service is very easy, but for one who is not determined and sincere, the process is very difficult. So this is the fact that we should also understand that for an ordinary man, this devotional service is very difficult. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yadadi siddhaye yadadi abhisiddhanam kaschit mameti tatvadaha. Manushyanam sahasreshu, out of many thousands of people, hardly one knows me. Hardly one knows me. Manushyanam sahasreshu, many thousands of people. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yadadi siddhaye, one who knows me. And out of one who knows that thousands of people, that hardly one knows me in truth. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit dadadi siddhaye yadadi api siddhanam kaschit mameti tatvadaha, knows me in truth. So this is the fact. It's not that everybody can that understand Krishna, or ordinary men can understand Krishna. Srila Prabhupada writes, those who are eating meat and all the abominable activities and sinful activities, all this, those who are performing all this, it's very difficult for them to understand Krishna, very difficult for them to come to Krishna consciousness. So the Srila Prabhupada always mentioned this one of the story. There was one lady was telling to husband, the chant. The husband was saying that can't. So this is the situation of the people. There are thousands of people, they cannot even pronounce this word Krishna. They cannot even pronounce the name of Lord. So that's the situation in this world. So it's difficult for such people, those who are engrossed into this material activities. They cannot come to this Krishna consciousness of the devotional service very easily. But on the other hand, the devotee, those who are engaged or by the mercy, one who received the mercy of the Supreme Lord, can come to Krishna consciousness. Then the question comes that how do we get the mercy? How do we get the mercy of the Lord? This is the most important question we should ask. So only by devotion that one can attain Krishna. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the 18th chapter, 15th verse says that, Bhaktya mam abhichanadi. Only by loving devotion one can attain me. Bhaktya mam abhichanadi yavan yachasmi tattvadaha tado mam tattvado jnatva vishade tad anantaram. This means that only by loving devotional service that one can attain me. Bhaktya mama vichanadi yavan yachasmi tattvadaha. And then those devotees can knows me in truth. That's what it tattvadaha, knows me in truth. In other sense, Krishna says that out of many, 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 many millions of people, that Mahasranam Kaschid Yadati Abhisiddhana Kachit Madheta. Only out of hardly one in millions that one can knows me in Krishna in truth. Similarly, that Krishna says that by loving devotion, Bhaktyama Vijanadi Yavanya Chasmi Tattvaraha, then comes to that the truth, understand the truth, understand knows me in truth. That's what Krishna saying that. Such devotees follows and then only come to that pure Krishna consciousness. Yavan jasas tattvada tado ma jnatva tattvada jnatva, then tadaham anandaram. They would enter into my, consciousness, full conscious. They would enter into my full conscious of. So this is a process, bhakti. Bhakti is the process that one can attain Krishna. As is mentioned that then how one can attain this. So here we can see that the situation. Lord is showering mercy upon the Dhruva Maharaj. The spiritual master is showering the mercy upon the Dhruva Maharaj. So by the instructions of the Lord, Srila Prabhupada writes that by the instructions of the Lord, Narada came before Dhruva Maharaj. So it is very important to understand, dear devotees, that in our life, that somebody comes in the form of a, Pada Pradakshina Guru, or Chaitya Guru, or Shiksha Guru, or Diksha Guru, some way or other, this devotee comes to our life because of Lord seeing our sincerity, Lord seeing our enthusiasm, Lord seeing some way that this devotee is inclined towards me, or they attain the Sukriti. As is mentioned that some way or other we can attain the Sukriti, or maybe we must have taken birth in a family where they were following this religious principle or the bhakti, or some way or other some devotees or some friends of us gave us some kind of instruction, or some devotee gave us a Bhagavad Gita, copy of a book of Bhagavad Gita, or we just went through in front of the temple and we just heard that the mantra which is chanted inside the temple, or we just saw knowingly or unknowingly, we saw the form of the Lord, or some way or other that we get an opportunity to associate with a devotee of the Lord, a pure devotee of the Lord, or some far that we saw that the devotee is saying something and saw that the devotee is some far, or just got some association of the devotee. So this is the way that one can attain the Sukriti. And Sukriti, like it is mentioned that cows and the dogs are the animals. They are on the highest of the chain of this, 8.4 million species, just below the human, because of they are very closely connected with the human. So they get a better chance to become the human. Similarly, when a person in this 400,000 species of the human form of life, out of that, the devotees are on the highest, but those who are on the lowest plane, somehow or other they are associated with this, the devotees of the Lord, then they get an opportunity. So they get the mercy, they get the Sukriti. We know that now we are going through this month of Kartik. And this month of Kartik, the beautiful pastimes manifested. Krishna uprooted two Arjuna trees. They were the sons of Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Just by the little bit of association of the Naradev cursed, even though Naradev cursed, but it was not a curse, it was a blessing for this Arjuna trees, this Nalakuvera and Manigriva. And then Supreme Lord himself came and blessed this and relieved and liberated these two personalities. So by the association, as is mentioned, that Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastrakai, Levamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhihai, Sadhu Sangha, by the association of the devotees, one can come to this. All the Siddhi one can attain. And what is that Siddhi? Develop this loving devotional service to the Supreme. So by the process, by this Sukriti, that someway or unknowingly we get the mercy of the devotees of the Lord. So by the mercy of the mercy of the Lord, one attains this, the devotees, and by the mercy of the devotees, one can attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. So this is the process. So the mercy of the devotees. So by seeing, by Sukriti, by some way or other that we get this mercy, and then what happens? The Lord, Supreme Lord, directs, inside the devotee's heart that, okay, meet with this devotee, or somehow or other Krishna makes the plan to meet with the devotee. So that's why it's very important that we, Srila Prabhupada insisted that, we should all go out and distribute books, Harinam Sankirtan, chant the holy name. so that all the other, even the living entities outside, that they can hear the holy name. Thus, their spiritual journey begins right there. Once you get the books, Srimad Bhagavad or Bhagavad Gita in their hand, their spiritual journey begins there. So we have so many examples out there. Just by chanting, even Haridas Thakur was chanting loudly, 192 rounds of Haridas Thakur, 64 rounds Haridas Thakur was chanting loudly, and because of that, when he chant loudly, so that everybody else surrounded by can hear this holy name, and thus even the trees. This was Haridas Thakur was mentioning to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even the trees could liberate themselves just by hearing this. So by hearing process, by this association, by some way or other that come in contact with the devotee, one attain this mercy. So here we can see that Dhruva Maharaj was also associating with the mother Sunidhi, who was a great devotee of the Lord. By the instructions of Sunidhi, that Dhruva Maharaj left home to search for the Lord. So it's very important that this way that one develop this bhakti for the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the mercy. So we should always seek for the mercy of the devotee so that they can develop. So there is a test that Narada Dev is instructing to Dhruva Maharaj that you go back home. It's very difficult to attain, very difficult to see the Supreme Lord, and it's not for ordinary people. So, but Dhruva Maharaj was determined. So this is that we can learn from all this, this wonderful pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. But Dhruva Maharaj, even though he's 5 years old, he was so determined. So this determination is one of the quality that Lord is noticed. So Lord is sending Narada Dev before Dhruva Maharaj. So we should have the determination that we should, see the Lord. We should worship the Lord. We should develop the love for the Lord. So as is mentioned that again that Narada Dev was, telling all this, but Dhruva Maharaj was so much hesitate, and that we can see the later part of it in this chapter. So this way, the Lord showering His mercy. So we all get the spiritual master in our life. Like as mentioned that there is a Shiksha Guru, there is a Diksha Guru, there is Pada Pradakshana Guru, Chaitya Guru, different ways the devotees comes to our life. Devotees comes to our life. This is just the mercy of the Lord. So, but we take it very granted. We take it very, lightly. But this is the mercy of the Lord. We know that in the Sanatana Goswami's Brihad Bhagavatamrita. In the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, there was a great, cowherd boy was in the Vrindavan who was just herding the cows every day. But he was very sincere in his attempt, very sincere in his activities. Every day he goes, very simple man. So one day a person came before this Gopakumar and instructed, you are very sincere, looks very, sincere devotee, sincere person. And then this for your benefit, I'm giving you this mantra. Please chant this mantra every day. This was this Maha Mantra, which was instructed to this Gopakumar. And Gopakumar received it and accepted it. And this is the quality. When a person, a devotee, a spiritual master, a guru, a Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Chaitanya, whoever, gives some instructions on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, chant this holy name, follow this, hear this Srimad Bhagavatam, associate with the devotees. This is one of the best quality we can have. We should always have that quality of the follow, instead of that instructing, instead of that taking a step that, everybody should follow me. Rather, we are not that kind of mood of, we are not in that kind of sect of people that always instruct and follow, everybody else should follow me. That's self-centric. But our mood is not that. Our mood is nothing but that servants of the servants of the servants of the devotees of the Lord, right? Naham vipranajavrado, nahi vaishyahi shudro, naham gahasto, like that, kindu pro then Gobi Bhartru Padakamale or Dasa Dasanu Das. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, mentioning that this is, I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Vaishya, I am not a Shudra, I am not a Garhastha, I am not a Varni, I am not a sannyasi, but I am the, what I am? I am the servant of the servant of the servant, Dasa, Dasa, Dasanu Das. This is the mood that we should develop. This is the mood that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed us to do. So we should follow that. And Srila Prabhupada, the spiritual master, instructed us follow this. Okay, chant this holy name. Here, Srimad Bhagavata, associate with the devotees. We should follow very strictly, very 100% that we should follow that. So similarly, the Gopakumar received that instruction and he followed very sincerely every day without fail. this Gopakumar was chanting this mantra every day. Just by chanting this mantra, he's purified in such a way that he could go to all the place. Just summarizing it, even to the heaven, even to the Ayodhya Puri, even to the Jagannath Puri, even to the reach to the Vaikunda. And even Vaikunda, he saw that the Supreme Lord Vishnu, a personal person, face to face. But still, this is the fact of it. Still, that one little thing was, missing in his heart. This is the time Uddhava was there. Uddhava took Gopakumar to the Golok Vrindavan. Were there that the Krishna and the Balram, all the cowherd boys, and Krishna is the board of Golok Vrindavan there, that the Gopakumar was faced personally, face to face with the Krishna. And as soon as Krishna saw Gopakumar, Krishna embraced Gopakumar. And then, he then fainted down and tears comes down. And then Krishna told to Gopakumar that each and every lifetime, I was looking at you, that when you are coming to me, and when you went away from me, when you turned your face away from me, I was the one who was so disappointed, so distressed, so pained, that why that. So then I took that, because if I saw that you have some good qualities in you, so that I came as your spiritual master. I came as a person in front of you and instructed this mantra. So this came to me. So, dear devotees, this is the fact. This is the transcendental truth and the science. When you have sincerity, when you have quality, good qualities, devotion, somehow or other, Lord will make the arrangement. So, here in this case of Dhruva Maharaj, we could see that the Lord made this arrangement. Lord knows that. He knows that what is going to happen. And this is what is the Dhruva Maharaj is going to do. And Narada Dev could understand. He's a Trigaladarshi, what is going to happen. But this is a test that. What is that test? That one would sincerely follow, faithfully follow the instructions, faithfully determined and engage in the loving devotional service. So only by loving devotional service. So this is the way that one get the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, an ordinary man, by his own effort, is very difficult. As is mentioned that Sri Rupa Goswami, Other Sri Krishna namadi na bhavet na indriya, sevor mukohi jikhvadu swayam evas varadyada. Other Sri Krishna namadi, this name, all this namadi, by our blunt material senses, one cannot attain this. It's our own efforts, it cannot attain this. By our blunt material senses, it cannot perceive, it cannot understand. But Sevon Mukohi Jikhwadu, by Seva, loving devotional service, how one attain this Seva, devotional service? By following the footsteps of another devotee. This is called Ragatmika. Following the footsteps of another devotee, following and serving other devotee, this is the way only that one can attain, derive the mercy. Only by this mercy that one can come to this. That's what is this Bhaktyamam Abhichanadi. Krishna says, then only he would fully conscious of me, then come to that full conscious of me. And this word is that hardly one knows me truth, that this is the devotional process, this is the devotional path. So we should follow and instructions of the spiritual master. At the same time, we should also have that enthusiasm, determination, dedication, and patience in loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord. This way that one can attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you so much. I'll stop here. Kandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Madhuvati Prabhu, are you there? Okay. Are there any questions? Any comments? 1 or 2. Okay, lower. Who is raised the hand?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for wonderful class.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else would like to add any comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I was just wondering, it may be a very silly question also, but I was wondering, like, in this age of Kali, if somebody does like Dhruva Maharaj, first of all, I may even not be able to have that much bhakti, but if we go with that devotion, do you think that Naraji or something will come to guide him?
Yes, of course, that's what it is, right? It's not necessarily that Narada Dev, the Narada Dev, spiritual master, originally the Balaram is the spiritual master, original spiritual master, and his potency is manifested through various spiritual masters in this world, even in Narada Dev, even in the spiritual master, in the Srila Prabhupada. And see that it's only Lord's mercy that devotees comes to our lives. It's Lord's mercy. This is Narada Dev mercy. This is Lord's mercy. It's not necessarily that Narada Dev should come directly to us, but Narada Dev comes in the form of the devotees or spiritual master, or that's what is happening. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned that Internally, the Lord manifests as Paramatma, Chaitya Guru, and externally, the same Lord manifests as the spiritual master. See that? So yes, those who are devotees comes to our life, it is nothing but the mercy of the Lord. And this is Naradadev mercy or Vyasadev's mercy or Acharya's mercy. That's why Guru Parampara's mercy comes to us. When as soon as we connect to the Srila Prabhupada, that means all the Guru Parampara, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, everybody is their mercy only there. Even Srila Prabhupada says that if come to us, says, no, it's not my mercy, it's my spiritual master mercy. How many times Srila Prabhupada said that? Even if we say that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, so no, it's not my mercy, it's my Gaura Kishore Das Maharaj's mercy, and it's reached to the Naradadev. So actually, this is Naradadev mercy that devotee comes to our life, or the Lord's mercy. Is it okay?
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Don't see Madhuvati Prabhu. Is there anything else? Okay, so thank you so much. Let's conclude today's class. Let's chant together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha. Jai Padma Ugram Viryam Mahavisham Narasimham Vishnam Bhadram Mukti Namami Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki Jai. Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's pay our humble obeisance to all the assembled Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. Vancha Kalpatarusya Panidanam Pavani Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Viraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Father ki Jai. Wish you all a very blessed Krishna conscious day ahead. May Lord Narasimhadev protect you all. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.